Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all good. I am Robinson, Department of Social Science, your social science teacher. Today we are going to discuss about central government, very particularly the powers and functions of President. So, President, we know that he is a very important person in the sector of the executive. So, executive sector, it is run only because of the presence of President, and President, he nominates and he appoints a variety of persons. For example, the Prime Minister of India and other persons, Council of Ministers, they are all appointed by the person President. So, his role is very important in government. So, such a important person, what type of power he has, that is only we are going to discuss in this topic. So, powers of the President, the powers like executive power, legislative power, financial power, judicial power, military power, diplomatic power and emergency power. These are the powers which is held by the person President. While reading this all subtitles, you might know that how important he is. Among that, first topic, executive powers only we are going to discuss. So, executive powers. So, executive powers, according to Article 77 from our Indian Constitution, they mention the central government, which means the union government, should run with the support of the person President. All the decision which is taken by the people of Parliament and everybody, it is should be monitored by the person President of India. And here he has a variety of appointment under his control. For example, you can see the person, okay, he is a man, the Chief Justice of at present Supreme Court. S.A. Bobde is the Chief Justice of Supreme Court at present. So, Chief Justice of Supreme Court, he is appointed by the person President. Not only the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, the other judges of the Supreme Court are also appointed by the person President, and High Court Chief Justice and other judges of the High Court, they are also appointed by the President of India. And then the President is the responsible for judiciary actions. And you could see that one more person picture also. Of course, he is a Governor of Tamil Nadu, okay, 14th Governor of Tamil Nadu. We will discuss about this person in next lessons, state government. So, all the governors of the state is going to be appointed by the person President of India. Okay, yes, our Governor, Mr. Banwarlal Purohit, he is appointed by the President of India. And after that, here one more person picture also you could see that the person is known as Attorney General. So, Attorney General is known as Chief Lawyer of the India. Okay, he is also appointed by the President of India. Who is the at present Attorney General of India? What is the name? It may be asked you as a book inside question also. So, Mr. Venugopal. Mr. Venugopal as the Attorney General of India. He also appointed by the President of India. And not only that, at present Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. So, Prime Minister, he also appointed by the President and other ministers. So, Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers also appointed by the person President of India. Not only that, many persons, for example, Election Commissioner of India and other commissioners, they are also appointed by the President. And after that, auditor, controller, and then we are familiar about it now, UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. For that also we have a head. That head also is going to be appointed by the person President of India. So, in executive power, President he has a huge power, appointment of various department various leaders. Okay, so this is about the executive powers of president, and now we are going to discuss about a legislative power. So the legislative power, in this place the parliament only we are going to discuss. What are the powers president has in the legislative, very particularly in parliament. So he is a man who have the power to conducting a meeting, okay, a session. So after the general election, for example Lok Sabha election, after the Lok Sabha election, general election, we are going to choose one group of people, a majority party is going to be ruled. That is only at present BJP is ruling our country. Okay, so after the general election, a new group of people they are going to rule. That group of people, when they are addressing, when they are entering in the parliament, at that time president should give the inaugural speech and he have to welcome them. And after that, every year there is a parliament is going to begin. At that time president should give the speech, then only the parliament will going to run. That is the first power he has. And second power, yearly twice the parliament members they have to meet. So president can send a summon. So he can send a summon to the parliament members, both Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. So he have the power to send a summon to conduct the meeting. So they have to meet yearly twice, 2 times yearly. And after that, the person, president, he can dissolve the Lok Sabha. He has the power to dissolve the Lok Sabha, and then he can terminate both the houses. Both the houses, in the sense, in this place, both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. He can terminate both the houses. Very particularly, he has the power to dissolve the Lok Sabha, and he can send a message for both the houses in the name of pending bills. So the people of parliament, when they are not passing any kind of bill, otherwise there is some pending bills are there, in the sense, at that time he has the power to send a message to them to send the bill to stable. So that is the power he has. And after that, the people of parliament, they only law making body. So they are making bill. That bill is going to be a law. How it is become as the law? After the signing of one important person. Who is the person? Of course, it is known as president. So after the signing of president only, all the bill is going to be become as the law. Okay, so such a very important person he is. So these are the points in the legislative powers of the president. And after that, we'll go with the next one, that is financial power. So in this place I mentioned first word, the contingency fund. Actually the contingency fund, it is known as, it is an unexpected expenditure. Sometimes our country may face any kind of problem. At that time we need some kind of financial adjustment. For that, president have the power to allot certain money, okay, in the name of contingency fund. During which time he has the power to allocate this contingency fund? See, during the time of annual budget. During the time of annual budget, they will allot the contingency fund. And here I mentioned annual budget. Who will read this annual budget and in front of whom is going to read? Actually, the annual budget is going to be read by the financial minister. Okay, children, who is the at present financial minister of India? Yes, that is known as Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman. Yes. So she is the one who have the power to read, okay, read the annual budget in front of the Lok Sabha. But before they are going to present the annual budget, they have to get the permission of president. So president should give the permission, then only the annual budget is going to be read in front of the Lok Sabha. And after that, the person, president, he have the power to constitute a finance commission, 5 years once. A new group of people, they are going to be appointed, okay, for the finance commission. This is the one. And a very, very important one, that is money bill. So money bill, it will not be read without the sanction of the president. So all the bill should be get the permission of president, then only it will present by the persons in parliament. Very particularly money bill. So money bill will not be issued or present in front of the parliament members without the permission of president. So it shows that president, he has the more power in financial power also. And after that, we'll go with the judicial power. See, Article 72, it states that the person judicial power. So all the powers he has, very particularly in judicial also. See, we know that judiciary, Supreme Court is an autonomous body. So in that also, the person, president, he has the power. What kind of power? He has the power to give an pardon, okay, pardon, reprieve, respites or remission. He has the power to reduce the punishment. He can cancel also, okay. So that is the power he has. Only the president have the power to reduce and cancel the punishment of any convicted person, okay. So this is the power he has in the judicial power. Military power. Actually, the person president is the chief commander for defense force. So he is a man who have the power to make a law for them also. Such an important person. And after that, it is mentioned in Article 53 subdivision 2. In that they mention about the powers of president in military. President can declare a war against any country. Okay, when our peace is threatened by any other person, at that time he has the person, okay, who have the power to declare war against any country. At the same time, he can make a peace during war. Okay, the person is not happy with the war, so he wanted to make a peace. So at that time, president only have the power to make a peace with other country. So that is the power he has in military power. Diplomatic powers. So appointment of a number of diplomats. So president can appoint various persons. So prime minister, chief justice of Supreme Court, governors of the state, chief election commissioner, other election commissioners, and then auditor general, and then comptroller, everybody we read. At the same time, the person, diplomats, they are also appointed by the President of India for other countries. And when the diplomats received any message or call from the person president, at that time they have to go and they have to submit the credential ones. Okay, so they have to submit all the materials to the president. And after that only, here I mentioned all the treaties, agreements which we sign now with other countries. This is going to be made up of in the name of president only, not by anybody else. So all the agreements and pact, okay, treaties, it is going to be signed in the name of president only. So that is the very important power he has in the diplomatic powers. And after that, emergency. So in emergency wise, president can declare emergency for nation, for state. Okay, and then in the name of financial also he has the power to declare emergency. So which means in Indian constitution there is three type of emergency can declare by the president. So according to article 352, the person can declare a national emergency. So national emergency can declare by the person president, and after that article 356, according to this state emergency can declare by the person president, and third one, that is according to article 360, financial. So financial emergency, this type of emergency can declare by the person president. So first, national emergency. So national emergency can declare by the president when there is a foreign invasion. So when the other countries they are creating any kind of threat to us, at that time a person president have the power to declare war. Otherwise, if there is any armed rebellion is going to be happen in our country, in the sense at that time also the president have the power to declare national emergency. And after that the state emergency, according to 356, state emergency can declare. So when the state government could not rule by the elected members, at that time the state emergency going to be declared by the person president. At that time state is going to be ruled by the governor under the leadership of president. That is the one. And last one, financial emergency. So far in our country national emergency declared, state emergency also declared, but financial emergency is not declared, which means when there is any kind of financial instability is held, in the sense at that time the financial emergency can declare by the person president of India. So this is about the types of emergency and under the control of president. After that, removal of president. See, so far we discussed the powers of the president. It shows that he is a huge powerful person. We know that the president person also can make mistakes. At that time, who has the power to remove the person? There is a question. Actually, according to the Indian constitution, only the parliament members only have the power to remove the person from his power. And after that, the parliament members, so 1/4 of the parliament members, they should vote against the president, then only the president will be removed from his power. So this is the removal of president. Here you could see that impeachment is known as, that is removal. So removal of the president, how it is going to be happen, by whom it is going to be happen, that is also we discuss in this slide. Children, so far we discussed the powers of the president and what kind of actions he can do and how is going to be removed, who are the persons have the power to remove the person from his power. That is we discuss in this video session. Below this video we have a description box. In this description box we attached study materials, question bank and self assessment. Kindly go through that, study well. Thank you.